That night, I stayed up late studying for 2 remaining exams. And by the time I went to bed, it had already started getting light out. It had only been 6 days since I'd been home, but I felt like a stranger in my own room, as if I'd been away for months. I had been at George's place for a total of 3 nights. Still, I couldn't help but sleep facing his side. While he slept, George never once turned his back towards me. It was something little, that it made me really happy.
You'll catch a cold if you sleep there.
George, you scared me.
Hmm?
You not only sound like him, but you're starting to look like your father did when he was younger.
Really? The old man was that much of a looker? Who knew?
Everything down to that arrogance of yours is the same. Sends a chill down my spine.
Don't come around and you won't be reminded.
By the way, I got lectured by your girlfriend yesterday.
Which girlfriend was that?
Yukari, black hair, the one who wants to be a model?
Oh, that one. She did, eh?
She's rather strong-willed, you know. I was quite impressed with her.
Really?
She's different from the rest. I could tell she truly cares deeply about you.
I find her to be tiresome.
This probably won't mean a thing since it's coming from me, but it's not easy to find people who truly care about you, so you should cherish them.
Relax, don't worry. I'm not like the old man, okay? You sacrificed your youth and career to have me. I get it. I'm not going to abandon you.
You don't understand. This isn't about me.
Sorry, my mistake. All women want to talk about nothing but themselves, so I just assumed. Yukino, I appreciate your concern. Thanks a lot.
Huh? Hayasaka? Hey there. That must have been some cold, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. You know today's the last day of exams, right? If I were you, I would have totally stayed home. Man, you are a good student.
What? A cold? Gee, that's no fun at all.
Yeah.
It's too bad because I was secretly thinking about how cool it would be if you ran off with some hot guy.
You've been watching way too many soaps. I wish.
Hayasaka. How are you? Are you feeling better now?
Mm-hmm. Thanks for asking.
You sure seem happy about that, Tokumori.
Oh, by the way, what do we need to know for the math test? Like, what are the highlights? Did the teacher say?
He went over stuff, but...
Oh, right. I forgot. The math test covers the whole year.
Let's see. This application will definitely come up, so make sure you have this formula memorized.
Mm-hmm.
This formula is important, too.
It's becoming painfully obvious how much I've slacked off this term. And I still have all of those makeup tests to take.
By the way, when are they?
Next week. So pretty much right after these are done, I have to take 3 tests a day right after school.
3? Are you gonna get out in time to go to cram school?
I actually decided to quit. But that doesn't mean I won't try to get into college. If I do apply, I'll be realistic this time and I'll aim for a college that I can actually get into.
I see.
Tokumori, guess what? It looks like I'm gonna get work modeling. I mean serious modeling work.
So you got an agent? That's great. In that case, maybe you shouldn't go through the hassle of applying for college.
I know. That's what one would think. But you know, the second my parents left it up to me whether or not to apply, suddenly college didn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Sorry. I think I understand you, though. When you're given your own choice, you're suddenly invested in whatever it is. It's a lot different from being forced to do something.
But it may not seem like it on the outside.
I think it's good you're applying to colleges. I support you.
Really?
Of course. Because to make it as a model, it seems like it's gonna have to take some luck. Even if you're working really hard at it, it doesn't mean you'll succeed. And going back to college would give you something to fall back on, just in case.
You're so logical.
I would like to represent your daughter. I guarantee you that I would only be submitting Yukari for the most respectable jobs out there. She would be working with the very best in the industry, gaining enriching experience for her as a model as well as a person. What do you say?
I want to thank you for meeting with me. I'll discuss everything we've talked about today with my husband. I'll let you know as soon as we've made a decision.
Why don't I help you out with those dishes, okay, Mom?
If you want to get on my good side, just make sure you do well on your makeup tests.
If I ended up becoming a successful model, could that be viewed as being a good daughter? Until then, I have to catch up on all of my studies. It's not like I could sleep tonight anyway.
Huh? Where's Daddy? Still sleeping. He had to work late last night and didn't get home until dawn. He needs his rest, so don't disturb him, okay? But I want to play with him! Tomo's so lucky. I got home at dawn too, but I'm up now. That's different. You were at Arashi's place, weren't you? No! I've been staying late every night at the studio working on the show. Oh, right. When's the festival start? I know. It's on Friday, right? Don't remind me! That's tomorrow. You mean you guys still aren't done yet? But isn't there 4 of you just working on one dress? What on earth is making it take so long? The dress is actually almost all finished. But there's still the tiara and necklace and shoes. Big deal. As long as you finish the dress, you guys will be fine. George said there's nothing he hates more than incomplete work. Well, I understand how he feels. But if your goal is to design clothes everyday people can wear, it's better if you're not a perfectionist. I know.
Mikako really said that?
Yeah.
But you know, if we did this for a living, we would have to mass produce all of this. And in order to do that, we would have to have a lot more people help us with the work. Not to mention even more people who would want to wear the clothes we made. So I guess we can't always afford to stick to our principles.
However, if you ask me, my sis is just as much of a perfectionist. And she's still successful. So that means George will be too, right?
It ain't the same. George is an idealist on top of a perfectionist. And in order to survive in this industry, you gotta be business-minded, which means George needs to start being realistic about his work. Making clothes can't just be an art form.
That's quite an impressive statement coming from someone playing hooky, Mr. Nagase. Shouldn't you be in class?
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap!
And what might we have here? Well, Miss Sakurada?
It's the tiara that goes with our dress for the show.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And it looks like you're almost done with it, too. Too bad. It's mine now. You can't work on the show during your classes. If you do, I'm allowed to confiscate it. Rules are rules. You guys are third-year students. You should know better.
But if we only work outside of class, we won't be able to finish.
That's not my fault. Koizumi has been out sick since yesterday, but I'm assuming that's all a ruse, too. If you're unable to complete all your work in the same amount of time as everyone else, then you might want to withdraw from the show. Now, what were you working on, Mr. Yamamoto? Let me see it.
No, I wasn't working on anything.
Hand it over.
He who runs away lives
Hey!
to fight another day!
Hold it right there, Nagase! Come back here!
Don't you worry. Arashi will do his best to protect the necklace.
But the tiara!
We still have 2 more days left.
But we have to start over from scratch again. We'll never finish in time. There's just no way.
Calm down, Miwako. We'll explain what happened to George. He'll know what to do.
If I knew this was going to happen, I would have just cut school today and done all my work at the studio. Hama's a big old meanie.
Don't be like that, Miwako. It's our fault for not following the rules. We should do our best in the time we have left. Besides, Carrie's going to be at the rehearsal today. We haven't seen her in a week. Aren't you excited?
Archie, I hope that he's okay.
I hadn't seen George since our last fight. That was 6 days ago. I spent that time being bombarded with makeup exams and filling out the paperwork for the modeling agency. I was so busy, I barely had time to sleep. Even so, I checked my cell phone religiously, feeling both growing irritation and love. Studying was no longer a torturous experience. Coming up with answers for questions that had definite solutions didn't seem so difficult.
But you know, outside of studying, nothing ever goes the way I want it to.
I had a hard time understanding what he meant back then, but now his words struck a chord with me.
Miss Hayasaka, fourth period just ended. Do you feel better now?
Yeah.
Huh. Your complexion doesn't look that great. You're welcome to leave early, but do you want to sleep more?
That's okay. I'll be fine. I think I'd rather go home and get some rest.
Suit yourself. You know what? Earlier today, I spoke with your teacher. He said you did very well on your makeup exams. He's been worried about you. He was concerned that you were pushing yourself too hard.
He was?
It's important to study, but not if that means you're going to make yourself sick.
Right. I'll keep that in mind from now on. Now I'm free to go to the rehearsal without any worries.
Hayasaka. Huh? Is it okay for you to be up and about?
Fine, I swear.
Are you sure? You don't look fine. You're still looking really pale. I see. So you're still planning on going to that rehearsal then? It's up to you. Forcing other students to miss school just to be a part of their event. Students at YSD must think very highly of themselves. I mean, Miwako and the others know that you came back to school again, right?
It's not what you're thinking! This rehearsal isn't mandatory. There's another one the day of the show, and Miwako offered to use a stand-in for me today.
And?
It's because of me. I won't feel right if I don't go.
Think about it. You don't want to overdo it. What if you end up fainting on the day of the show?
Please stop. I've heard enough.
Alright, I won't try to stop you. Like I could anyway. I know how determined you can get.
Huh?
But try not to push too hard. There's a difference between being strong in your convictions and being stubborn.
Tokumori sure is nice. He can be so reassuring to talk to. George can be so patronizing. But the truth is, he's just a spoiled kid himself. He treats me like a plaything, toying with my emotions, making me dance to his tune. If I stay with him, I'll fall apart. I can't do this anymore. It's too draining. And yet, I still... Without him, I feel so lonely. So lonely it hurts. So George!
Hello? Yeah, it's me. Hey, Isabella. So what's up? Did something happen? Yeah, I am. In fact, I'm on my way over there right now.
I can't believe she got me too!
What's Archie whining about now?
Well, the thing is, George...
You're burning up. Are you okay? You don't look so hot either. Isabella? I'm gonna have to call you back later. Hey! Yukari, hang in there. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. Yukari, can you hear me?
Everything's getting darker and darker. Is it because I was running just now? It's been a long time since I've been able to get any sleep. I haven't been able to eat either. George, I've missed the warmth of your hands. I couldn't stop thinking about you. George, I want you to hold me tight. Where am I?
You're lying in a hospital bed. You passed out and...
The rehearsal! Shoot, I'm gonna be late.
Yeah, but it's already past 5. It's gonna be over pretty soon anyway.
But I promised myself I'd stop making things difficult for everyone. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Miwako was real gung-ho about getting to play model. So it worked out just fine. No harm, no foul. Although you did make me worry.
You're acting kind of weird. Like, you're being too nice.
What's that supposed to mean? I always act nice, don't I?
Well then, why is it you can't even manage to pick up the phone?
It's not like you called me either.
But all I did this whole time was think of you!
It was the same with me.
That's a lie! If that were true, you would have at least called me once!
Yeah? Well, you never called me once either.
What?
I even left my cell phone on for an entire week. I've never done that before.
Oh, good, you're finally awake. So, are you feeling any better?
Yes. Much better. I'm fine now, thank you.
Great, I'll remove your IV then. You're a bit malnourished, you know, and you're terribly anemic. You're also extremely thin. You're not doing some crazy new diet now, are you?
No, my whole life I've always been thin. I normally eat a whole lot, too. But I haven't had much of an appetite lately.
I understand, but you still have to make sure to eat well.
All right.
That nurse you had sure was pretty. The next time I get sick, I'm coming here.
I expected you to say that. Hey, George, I'm better, so I think I'll just take the train home, okay?
Why are you being so coy? It's not like you.
But don't you need to get back to the studio and work on the dress?
Don't you worry. Hey, wait. Did you lose weight?
Why weren't you eating, for Christ's sake?
I'm sorry.
I'm sure it'll be fine, Carrie. Taking in the bodice will take us no time at all.
It's not your fault. It's just shitty timing, that's all.
What do you mean? What happened to you?
We were caught working during class by Miss Hamada, and she confiscated the tiara and necklace.
Arashi ran away from her, but in the end, he still got caught.
Stop telling people that!
What are you guys gonna do now, huh, George?
If we tried to rush to remake them, they won't end up turning out good.
So we just won't have any accessories then?
No, we have to have something.
Then what the hell are we gonna do?
Don't worry, okay? Knowing me, I'm sure I'll come up with something in the 11th hour.
I'm fine, really. You don't have to take me home.
You're weak. You've only just recovered.
I know, but I'm just walking to the station. It's not that hard. I can do that without you. But the dress won't get done unless you're here. I have a feeling I'll be able to sleep tonight, even if it's alone. Good luck. See you at the show. I'll be fine.
Can I kiss you before you go?
Oh, when I woke up tonight, I said I gotta make somebody love me.
As soon as we win the Grand Prix. And when we do, I'll pretend to spoil you rotten, but you're the one who'll actually be pampering me.
You're lucky, lucky, you're so lucky. he's a friend, and we're so proud of you. Your famous friend, well,